and find out why I have a disclaimer. Saturday afternoons from 1:30 to 2, right here on KKVV Las Vegas.
Hello, I'm Prophetess Darlene Jackson, inviting you to tune in each Saturday at 12 noon with Prophetic Moments. Prophetic Moments Ministries is an outreach ministry reaching out to others with a word of God and songs of praise. Don't forget, Prophetic Moments, each Saturday at 12 noon, right here on KKVV Las Vegas.
Do you have a family member who's getting older and can no longer be safely left alone? With Visiting Angels America's Choice in Senior Home Care, your parents and older family members can continue living at home and not have to move into a nursing home. Experienced, compassionate caregivers provide assistance in hygiene, meal preparation, and light housework, up to 24 hours per day at affordable rates. To restore your family's peace of mind, call Visiting Angels toll-free today at 877-374-LIVE or at visitingangels.com.
The views and opinions of the guests on the WYLEANER show are those of the guests and are not necessarily the views and opinions of the hostess WYLEANER and or her co-host.
Happy anniversary to me. Happy anniversary to me. Happy anniversary, dear WYLEANER. Happy anniversary to me. Hey, y'all. Y'all know who this is. This is WYLEANER, the Las Vegas Queen of Gospel. And I tell you what, I'm excited. Today is my anniversary show celebration. And I came in here with some hot pink sunglasses on. I want y'all to know that I'm jamming today. For those of you who are watching out there on WYLEANERTVShow.com, you see that I got on my hot pink sunglasses because today is a party day. I'll tell you, I'm excited. I want to welcome everybody back who came back, everybody who came back and who's tuning in out there on WYLEANERTVShow.com, and everybody who's watching out there on YouTube and who's watching on Google Hangout and who's watching in Pakistan and everybody who's listening out there on KKVV 1060 AM Las Vegas on your radio dial, and those who are listening out there on Spreaker.com. I tell you what, TuneIn.com. Oh man, I tell you, I just got folks all over the place, and I'm excited. This is an anniversary show celebration, and I got plenty to do and plenty to say, and I've got a bomb guest that's with me today, and I'm looking forward to bringing her on to the show. And so y'all know what I got to do. I definitely got to pay bills to stay here with you and do what I do, so let me go do that. And I tell you what, when I come back, you know what's going to happen. The rubber is going to meet the road. See you in a minute.
Did you realize that right now, 1 of every 3 drivers of the road is cruising around in a state of skepticism? Why? Because they're full of questions about how much value their car insurance company is actually bringing to the party. And the way these drivers are getting answers is by shopping and comparing. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Mike Whitford in Las Vegas can help you get to a better state. Now's the time to call State Farm agent Mike Whitford in Las Vegas at 702-463-2400. That's 702-463-2400, and get to a better state with State Farm.
Okay, listen, if you want to be a guest on the WYLEANER show, you know what to do. Call 702-242-2100. That's 702-242-2100. And listen, I tell you what, I have got my beautiful beautiful. You know, last year when I did the anniversary celebration, we was all downtown on Fremont, you know, downtown with at one of the hotels, just kind of hanging out in the streets and just partying in the streets. But I decided to stay in the studio for this anniversary celebration because I got a bomb guest that came in, and she done flew all the way in here from who knows where. She gonna tell me where she flew in from. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to introduce my guest to you. I'm so excited, boy. Y'all just don't know how excited I am to have this lady on the show with me. And I gotta take these sunglasses off just for a minute. So,
take your time.
I gotta take the sunglasses off just for a minute and then put on some real, you know what they call cheater readers. And I'm going to tell you all, everybody, who I have as my guest today. Check this out. Lynette Boggs-QUINTANILLA is the author of Finding God in Sin City, a woman's journey from losing it all to discovering life's true riches. She is a criminal defense and civil litigations attorney representing clients in Bexar, Wilson, and Atacosa and surrounding counties in South Texas. Before her life as a lawyer, Attorney Quintanilla worked in both city and county government in Las Vegas, Nevada for 15 years. She is a former assistant city manager for the city of Las Vegas. In 1999, she became the first woman elected to lead a city council ward in the history of the city. She is also a former Clark County commissioner. President George W. Bush appointed her as one of his 6 civilian trustees of the United States Naval Academy. She is a past board member of the Miss America organization. Oh my gosh! Attorney Quintanilla received her bachelor's degree from the University of Notre Dame and a master's degree in public administration, cum laude, from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. She received her, boy, I tell you, this just takes my breath away. She received her Juris, I think that's pronounced, doctorate degree from St. Mary's University School of Law in San Antonio. She is a former judicial intern to the Honorable Rebecca Simmons of the Texas Fourth Court of Appeals, former judicial extern to Chief Justice Piper Griffin, Orleans Parish Civil District Court, Louisiana, and former law clerk in the Trial Division of Public Defender Service for the District of Columbia. She served both as staff writer, Volume 42, and Associate Editor, Volume 43 of the St. Mary's Law Journal. She is the 2012 recipient of the Judge Jack Miller Award, presented by the St. Mary's Law Faculty Advocacy Committee, and one of 10 in her law school graduation class inducted into the National Order of Barristers. Oh boy, I tell you, this is just killing me. Attorney Quintanilla grew up in Germany and Italy, the daughter of a command sergeant major in the sergeant major in the U.S. Army. She is a graduate of Würzburg.
You got it.
Okay, American High School in Germany. Years later, as a graduate student at the University of Oregon School of Journalism, Lynette Boggs, then Miss Portland, was crowned Miss Oregon of 1989. Oh my gosh, I have a celebrity on my show. She is committed. She's competed in and was a national finalist for the first ever Quality of Life Award presented at the 1990 Miss America pageant. She is the mother of 2 exceptional children, Adam and Rachel. Boy, if I tell y'all, I don't know how to say it, but I just want to welcome to my show, Lynette Boggs.
I am so happy.
How you doing?
I am doing awesome. And I remember when you first started. I remember the inaugural show. And I remember 15 years ago being one of the first guests on this WYLEANER show.
Oh my God!
I remember it. I remember the beginning. And look at you. Look at you. 15 years later. The rubber's still meeting the road.
Girl,
15 years later. I'm so proud of you, girl. Shoot.
You are killing me. You are killing me. You know what? You are telling the
And you haven't
truth.
changed. You haven't changed. You
I
look
haven't
the
changed.
same.
I still look
You
good.
look
I'm
good.
still cute.
You still cute. You still got it going on. 15 years later.
I got it,
You
jamming.
got it jamming. Queen of gospel, then, now, and 15 years from now, I'm gonna come back.
Honey, let me go and put my hot pink sunglasses back on there, you know, because I mean, what can I say?
I know the future's so bright for the WYLEANER show. She got to wear shades. It's so bright. I'm telling you.
Boy, I tell you, the sun is shining bright in the WYLEANER show today.
It is
I
coming
mean,
down.
you know what, Lynette, I cannot express how excited and ecstatic I am to have you back on my show
Oh, the
after
pleasure.
all of these years.
The pleasure is truly mine.
I mean, you know, you came when the WYLEANER show started back in whatever year, 15 years ago, in a little small restaurant called Tallulah 2.
I remember.
Tallulah 2 restaurant, down in the heart of the community.
Yep. Where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah, the rubber was really meeting the road down in the little heart of the community, a little small restaurant called Tallulah 2. I tell you, I am just ecstatic. I am just ecstatic. And what a great anniversary celebration.
Yes.
It couldn't be no better to bring you back after all these years to the WYLEANER show.
Oh, it's just
original.
I know. It's just so wonderful to be back in this exciting weekend. So much is happening.
Yeah.
You know, with the big fight going on.
Oh,
you
ain't joking.
I released my book this weekend.
Yes.
You're celebrating 15 years on the air.
Just
I mean,
everything.
everything is happening this weekend in Las Vegas.
Everything is happening. We part of the happenings.
That is right.
Well, listen, you know what? We have a caller on the line. I want to take this caller and see what the caller has to say. And Lynette, we've got so much to talk about. We really do. Let's see what the caller wants. Hello, caller. How are you?
I'm fine.
And state your name and where you're calling from.
This is Gail, and I'm calling from North Las Vegas.
Oh, hello, Gail from North Las Vegas.
I want to say happy anniversary to the WYLEANER show, and hello to Miss Boggs.
Hi.
I, too, am an original from way back in the early TV days, and WYLEANER, I've supported you over these years at your concerts and your CDs, and you know, I think you are, as the kids would say, old boss, not even old new saying, the bomb.
Yes.
I really appreciate your ministry and the show. I'm so glad to see you going on to Pakistan and
Yes.
people around the world. You know, I watch online, and
Thank
they
you.
show you how many people are looking. And before, it used to be, you know, maybe 10, 20 people. Now, sometimes there's over 100 people listening. So,
All right,
praise
wonderful.
God that your ministry is, you know, just going for it.
Thank you so much, Gail.
Lynette, I'm so proud of you with your
Oh,
book and all the things
thank
you're doing.
you.
Good to see you
And
again.
so great to hear your voice again, too. And thank you for supporting this girl. As we say in Texas, she's on fleek, you know. And yeah, I'm just so proud of WYLEANER, 15 years. And you know, as someone who's been in this business, it's not easy to stay on 1 year, you know, let alone 15. And so she should be commended. And thank you for being a trailblazer in this community, because your effort and your success opened the door for people like WYLEANER and people like myself to be able to accomplish things in this town. So thank you we stand on your shoulders.
Yeah, I
You
appreciate
ain't
that, and like I said, I'm always trying to pump her up the best I can. And well, Lena, I have a question.
What's your question?
You have not been in the Martin Luther King parade for the past couple of years, and I miss you.
Oh, well, you know, the WYLEANER show, I just been kind of busy, but look, I'm going to hit them up next year. The Las Vegas Queen of Gospel is going to be rolling down the road with whatever street they rolling on. I'm going to be in it.
Okay. All right, well, look, y'all get on with the show. We done talked enough.
Thank you
Okay,
so much,
thank
Gail.
you.
Thank you very much for calling in. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Much
bye-bye.
love to you. Bye-bye. Okay, we got another call on the line. Let's see. Hello, caller. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going fine. State your name and where you're calling from.
This is Marcello. I was just calling to say happy anniversary to
Thank
the show.
you. And where you calling from?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. All righty then. Well, thank you very much, Marcello, for calling in to wish the WYLEANER show a happy anniversary. And would you like to say hello to my guest, Miss Lynette Boggs?
Oh, yes. Hello, Miss Lynette. How's everything going?
Everything's going great. I hail from San Antonio, just up the, Interstate 10 from you. And so great to hear you on the air all the way here in Las Vegas, Nevada, where we're recording, live, and so this is just awesome. And thank you for supporting my friend.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Marcello, for calling in, and stay tuned and keep watching because we got plenty to talk about here today.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Miss Boggs, Miss Lynette Boggs, I tell you, I gotta take these sunglasses off. I tell you, I'm sweating, I'm tearing, I'm just doing everything here today. This is amazing to me. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to do what I want to call a blast from the past.
Okay.
You know what that is?
Well, I guess I'm gonna find out.
I'm going to do what we call a blast from the past, Miss Lynette.
Okay.
And this blast from the past, I'm going to just kind of do a little bit of a reminisce for us.
Okay.
And I kind of set this up for you. I said, well, she's going to really be blown away here. But you know what? Now I don't see it. So I gotta find it. And then I'm gonna bring it back up here. So talk to me while I look for this, and talk to my audience while I do this, because you're running the show today too. So let's do this.
Well, it's been great to, be back in Las Vegas and just to see, so much great things. I know that, when the economy went south a little, a lot of people had a lot of difficult times, but it's great to see that Las Vegas seems to be on the bounce back, a lot of positive things happening in the community. And it's just wonderful to know and to see that so many of the projects that I have been involved with, through the years, are still standing strong, and we still have, those, wonderful parks, fire stations, hospitals, so many, great additions to the airport, so many things that as I just drive around town, I just take a lot of pride to know that I played a part in a lot of that.
Yeah, well, you know what? I am positive that you played a huge role in a lot of the things that have happened in Las Vegas. And you know what? I have this right here, and this is a huge role that you played.
Okay.
This is the blast from the past. Check this out.
Okay.
Oh, wait, let me get some volume going here. Well, I tell you, what's this technology is something else. I'm trying to get the volume. Where is my volume at? Well, anyway, I can't seem to get the volume going here. Okay, now I had this thing all programmed and ready to go, and now it's not acting right for me.
Well, I'm sure we're
going
to get it together before the hour's out.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where my volume is.
That's all right. Sometimes we get a little technical things, but it's going to come together.
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
there we
go.
There we go. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's just not working through that. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was way back in the day.
Everyone can be great because everyone can serve. And greatness really comes from service. You're doing a wonderful service here by having a wonderful show, sharing your talents. I mean, you could keep that all to yourself, but you're not keeping that. You're sharing that to make this world a better place. And so I applaud you for your service as well.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We both look the same. Do we?
All right. Well, tell me, what faith are you?
I'm Roman Catholic.
Oh, okay. How does your faith influence your work in the community?
Well, living in the world of politics, I found that it's very important to have a spiritual foundation. And every morning, for waking me up this morning and starting me on my way, I'm always grateful to have that opportunity because it's a blessing that someone else didn't have. And so I'm just, grateful that I had a very religious household that I grew up in. My parents really instilled that, basis of faith, that strong foundation. And so when you're in a political world where you're always, looking over your shoulder left and right, it's always good to be able to go back to the Psalms, for example, and I always go back to the 37th Psalm, for example, where it says, "Don't worry about the wicked. Don't worry about those who do wrong, because quick is the day they will wither, fading like the green grass."
Come on,
So if the Lord is your light and salvation, whom shall you fear?
Come on now, look.
Okay.
Don't preach it in that.
And so that's always, very, very important. And every day I, read the Bible. I have my own personal time for reflection. I make time in each and every day because it just gives you inspiration. Whatever situation you find yourself in, there's always someone that's been in the Bible, that has been there and has experienced that setback, has experienced that joy, whatever, before you. And so I just am a big believer in the Word.
All right, I tell you, isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? Well, you know what? Speaking of faith, okay, we have some more special music for you, okay?
Wonderful.
And we're going to take a commercial break, and then we're going to come back, and when we come back, we're going to do some more talking to this beautiful lady here, City Council woman, Lynette Boggs-McDonald. So stay right there.
All right. That was a blast from the past. That's awesome.
Was that a blast from the past?
That was. That was great. That was great. I love it.
I tell you, I said, man, let me pull up this video and let us see how we were looking back then.
I think we're holding up pretty good.
We held it up.
We held it up. I think so.
Listen, we have a caller on the line. Let's see what the caller has to say. Hold on. Hello, caller. How are you?
Hey, WYLEANER, it's Mary Ellen.
Hello, Mary Ellen. How are you doing?
Good. I just wanted to tell you happy anniversary and tell you what a blessing that you've been to me, and I know to so many others. And I wish you many more years of abundance and success and everything good.
And Mary Ellen, will you tell everybody where you're calling from?
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
And Miss Mary Ellen, I was presented earlier a beautiful book called Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire. And
yes,
thank you for, taking the time, releasing my first book. So I know publishing anything is an endeavor in and of itself. But this is just a beautiful book, and I'm just glad we're connected now, and we'll just have to, connect on Facebook and just keep in contact with one another, because I think we're all in the business of trying to, transform lives and inspire people and equip people, to get to their destination, especially through faith. And so it's just so great to meet you on the air, and I look forward to meeting you one day in person.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And let's connect with me on Facebook. WYLEANER can give you all my information once they're in the book.
Yes.
And I look forward to getting your book and reading it.
Oh, yes. I look forward to getting that to you.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. And WYLEANER, happy anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you, Mary Ellen. Thanks for calling in. And I had on some hot pink sunglasses earlier. Did you see me?
Yeah. No, I couldn't get my tablet to work, so I didn't get on till late.
Okay. Well, that's okay. But anyway, I'm still cute, okay?
Well, you are, I know.
Okay. Thanks again for calling in.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. Listen, I want to share some information here, okay? about the WYLEANER show, since we're doing the anniversary, we're doing a combination of things here. But I just kind of wanted to share a little statistics, sort of. Something like statistics, you know. The first voice announcer on the WYLEANER show was Reginald Griffin. The second voice announcer was Halisha Thomas, better known as Sister Charity from Power 88 radio station. Do you know her?
Yes, I've met her.
Yes, well, she was the one that used to say, and I like to introduce to you our host of the show, WYLEANER.
I remember.
And everybody kind of thought it was me saying that, but it wasn't. It was her. It was Sister Charity. Okay, and then it looks like when I did my calculations, the WYLEANER show has had over 100 guests.
That's awesome.
Over 100 guests. Some of the denominations have been LDS, SDA, IDMR, Judeo-Christian, Pentecostal, Southern Baptist, Full Gospel Baptist, Apostolic, Atheist, Agnostic, Rastafarian, Spiritualist, Non-Denominational, Muslim, Hebrew Israelites, and Black Hebrew Israelites, Messianic Jews, just to name a few.
I'm telling you.
The WYLEANER show has had dancers, politicians. Hello, any politicians in the house? Authors. Hello, any authors in the house? Young people, singers, political activists, and some of the sponsors for the WYLEANER show has been, the very first sponsor was Mr. Joe Cooper over at the Tallulah 2 restaurant. Okay. And then the second sponsor was Henry Black Sr. from H&H Barbecue. And then the third sponsor was Mr. Ernest Fountain from New Ventures MBD, which is now called MBDA, New Ventures Capital. And then, of course, our sponsor today and has been for the past couple of years, Mr. Mike Whitford of State Farm Insurance.
That's awesome.
Get to a better state with State Farm. Mr. Mike Whitford has really, really been hanging in there with the WYLEANER show, and I just love it. And then, of course, the WYLEANER show has even had a co-host.
All right.
Just for a minute, but I had a co-host. Just for a hot minute. Okay. Behind the scenes. Now, you know it's got to always be somebody behind the scenes, right?
You got to have the support team.
That's right. And one of the people that is behind the scenes is my husband.
Yes.
My husband, Charles, is behind the scenes.
Yes.
He's the man that helps do stuff that y'all don't see being done. Okay?
All right.
And I just want to tell him thank you so much. And he even gave me a beautiful card here that I'm going to share with everybody in just a minute. And my producers. The very first producer for the WYLEANER show was CC Biggs.
All right.
That was the very first producer. And now the producer who has been the producer for the WYLEANER show for the past couple of years is Mr. Paul Toback. And he's even on over there right now. That's my invisible man
on the
right now. And of course, everybody out there, you, the listeners, and the viewers, you are the people that have kept the WYLEANER show going and being the support system of the WYLEANER show. And I love you all awesomely. I love you so much. And here is a card from one of the listeners or viewers from here right now on the WYLEANER show. And this person has sent me a card and says, peace is not slandering or vindictive. Peace is not deceptive of building walls. Peace is encouraging and comforting. Peace is truth and compassionate. Peace is warm and thoughtful. Peace is noble, tender, and building bridges. Peace is love. Peace I wish for you in the coming year.
Amen.
And this person says, peace unto you, WYLEANER, for a holy week, Sankofa. Thank you so much, Sankofa. And there's a donation in the card. There's a donation in the card. Thank you for your donation. And anyone that wants to make a donation to the WYLEANER show, you can feel free to do so. You can make a pledge or you can make a donation, and it'll be very, very much welcomed and received. And if you want to do that online, you can go to WYLEANERTVshow.com and click the pay button up at the top of the screen. And there you can make your donations, any type of donations. Or you can send your donation in the mail if you like to WYLEANER, that's spelled WYLEANER, to 420 North Nellis Boulevard, Suite A3, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89110. Okay? And now I want to share this card from my loved one. my hubby pie.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And he gave me this card and it says, success is doing what you can do well and doing well whatever you do.
Amen.
Congratulations on your wonderful achievement and best wishes for the future. Congratulations to my wife from Charles.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Charles, you are the bomb. You are the bomb. I love you, boy. I'll take care of you later. Don't you worry. I got you. Okay. So now listen. I have this beautiful lady here with me, Lynette Boggs. And Lynette, there has been so many things that have been going on in Las Vegas,
Yes.
and so much has happened. And right now, I'm just so excited that you're here, and you're here with this great book that you have just released today.
Right before I
A
came
couple
here.
of hours ago.
Yes, just up the road.
Boy, I tell you, this is hot off the press.
Hot off the press.
Ow!
I know.
Hot off the press. Woo! Okay, Lynette Boggs, Finding God in Sin City.
Yes.
A woman's journey from losing it all to discovering life's true riches. Lynette, you know, I know you
Yes.
from a long time ago.
Way back.
From when you were running for Congress.
Yes. You have a great memory. That
And-
was 2002.
I was so honored to even know you, and I was so honored to have you, for you to just take a little bit of teachy bit of time out of your schedule just to be a part of what I was doing, And then, of course, as time went on, Lynette, and I'm just gonna kind of just chat with you here for a little bit, if you don't mind, okay?
Don't mind.
As time went on, we lost contact with each other there, and I'm sure I understand why, because you were extremely busy, and rightfully so.
Yes.
But then there came a time, Lynette, to where I turned on the news one day, and there was something that just really just devastated me. Okay, really, I was in shock. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and so I have you here today, right here in front of my face, and you are on the WYLEANER show, and you know what kind of show this is? This is the show where the rubber meets the road.
Amen.
And that means where we get down to the nitty gritty, to the heart of the matter, to the plum deep Nelly truths. Whoever don't like it, shame on you. Inquiring minds want to know.
Yep.
And that's what we do on the WYLEANER show.
That's right.
And so, Lynette, I want to know.
Yes.
My inquiring mind wants to know.
Yes.
And I'm sure there's others out there that want to know too, about your story and about what happened. Why did it happen? How did it happen? Is it true? Is it not true? You know what? I just want to give you the platform. I want you to talk to us about what took place years ago when they took pictures of you taking out the trash.
Yes.
And, that was all over the news. That's all we could see was, you going to the trash can. Okay, come on now, if I get somebody taking pictures of me every time I take out my trash, Lord have mercy.
Right.
But, I'm not going to go there. I just want to hear it from you.
Yeah. What
was that all about? And, talk to me, please.
Well, again, my perspective, and others may have different perspectives on the matter, but, from the Lynette, perspective, is that in many ways, I was on a somewhat of a meteoric rise in this community. I was, African-American, young woman, conservative view, someone who had attracted national attention, had even been a subject of a George Will Sunday column that appeared in more than 200 newspapers across this country. And so I think in many ways, because of some of the positions I had and because of some of the ideological beliefs I had, that I became a political target. And, sometimes you have these perfect storm situations which come about where I was going through a re-election for a second term on the county commission at the same time when I was going through a divorce. Okay. And so I was, splitting time between residences. And what the allegation was that when I filed my election papers, the allegation was that I did not reside at the address that I put on those papers. I stated then, and I state today, that I put the proper address on those documents. The law in this state, which has been the law for more than 20 years, has not changed even when this went down, and it's the same law today. It says that when you make that declaration, you're saying that for 30 days prior to that day, which I vaguely remember 30 days being the month of March leading into April, that I was declaring that I resided at that residence. And what the unions did is that they videotaped me in the months of July, okay? And it was such a, controversial, salacious type of situation and such a feeding frenzy that to this day, not one journalist in this community ever challenged the dates on when they shot the video, okay? Now, for me, and I speak now as someone who is now a trained lawyer and walks into the courtroom every day representing someone charged with a crime, both children and adults. There often comes a time when you have to say, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run.
Know when to run.
And so for me, after 2 years of legal wrangling, which again, a person who's charged with any kind of offense, is basically a social pariah. No one wants to hire you, no one wants to associate with you. And the blessing on that is that you learn who your true friends are. When you're down in the depths and they're speaking ill of you, you really learn real quick who your friends are.
Oh, for sure.
And so after 2 years of legal wrangling, my attorney negotiated a plea which allowed me to be able to maintain my innocence, but at the same time say, okay, I'll accept this plea to this misdemeanor offense. And again, the law has always said that if you're in violation of this particular offense, that it is a misdemeanor. However, the district attorney at that time decided to charge me as a felon, for an offense that no person before me or no one after me has ever been charged feloniously. But, when I talk about and represent people today, I'm grateful that I went through that experience, because I have walked a mile in the same moccasins that the people that I stand as the advocate today has walked, okay? And so I know for a fact that I would not be a lawyer right now defending people, both who are charged with crimes or about to lose their parental rights, because I do a lot of child protective services cases where parents are on the verge of being terminated, forever from being someone's parent. And that's a very serious matter.
Yes, it is.
And so I know what it's like to have your life on the line. Okay. And so, but I can tell you as a believer who has lived a Job experience, who's lived a Joseph experience, who lived the 3 Hebrew boys experience, that the God that delivered all of them is the same God that delivered Lynette Boggs. And that's why I wrote this book. That's why no one can not ever tell me there ain't no God, because of him. Even though 10,000 came against me and 1,000 may have fallen at my right hand, but near me, it didn't come. Because he's dispatched angels who lifted me up. Okay. I know that no weapon formed against me shall ever prosper. I know that I'm the head and not the tail. I know I'm above and not beneath. And I know that when my enemies come at me, that God himself will cause them to flee 7 different ways.
Well, there you go again. Are you preaching in here?
I'm telling you, what the enemy meant for harm, God meant for good.
For good.
Because I'm still standing, I'm still praising, I'm still believing. And I'm on the WYLEANER show after 15 years.
I know, and preach it again.
The anniversary show.
And preach it again. You preach it again. You preached back then, didn't you?
I know, yeah, still, and that 37th Psalm is still worked 15 years ago.
You said, don't worry about the wicked.
Don't worry about the wicked. Don't worry, because they will wither.
Yeah.
And God said that he will even make a banquet for you in the sight of your enemies. There may be some of my political enemies tuned in right now.
How y'all?
But I see balloons. I see, we're celebrating here.
Yeah, exactly.
I know it's a banquet up in here.
Yeah, it's girl and how.
I know. And so it's all good.
But
it's all good.
It's okay though, because every time I come on every week, I say hello to my haters.
Yeah.
So you can say hi to yours too. It's all right. Don't bother me.
But it's all good, because, if not for the experiences, and without the struggle, without the mess, I wouldn't have a message.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And
if you haven't never experienced anything, then you can't tell nobody.
Right. If without a test, you can't have a testimony.
That's all right now.
Okay.
Girl, you're going to do that again.
Come on now.
After all these years,
After all these years.
Both my hands again.
I sure am. I'm going to tell you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, listen, tell me what is your, what is the most important lesson that you think you've learned from what I know you said you learned, you found out how, because when you go through something, you definitely do find out who your friends are.
Yes.
And who really has your back.
Yes.
When you're at the lowest of the low,
yep.
Because I've been in that position too, being homeless at one point in my life, there was no friends to be found.
I know.
So when you're at the lowest of the low in your life, that's when you find out who your friends are. So what is the most important lesson that you think that you feel you could share with me and my listeners and viewers that you've learned from this journey that you've traveled?
I think the most important lesson that I personally have taken from the last 8 years is the importance and the power that comes from forgiveness. Because, when all of us will have things happen to us if we live long enough, and you will get to an intersection where you may deal with betrayals, setbacks, people just doing trifling things to you. Okay. Yeah. But you have to, at that moment, make a choice. Are you going to be bitter? Or are you going to be better? Are you going to walk in, and I write about this in this book, are you going to be a blame and control person where you're going to say, I'm not okay and it's all your fault, and you're going to go through life because of what someone did to you? Or are you going to be a power and love kind of person, the kind that says, in spite of what you did to me, I choose how I'm going to react to that. I choose how I'm going to walk forward and what my, attitude is going to be. And there is great power in forgiveness, because if the opposite is that person's going to have control of your emotions for the rest of your life. Even when that person's dead, 6 feet under, they're going to have control over your emotions. You're going to reflect on that thing. Yeah. Okay.
Definitely.
And so for me, it was all about, trying to, and it wasn't, I'm not going to lie, where the rubber meets the road. I'm not going to say that someone laid hands on me and I was healed. Okay. It was not an overnight thing.
Okay.
It was a process.
All right.
It was a journey. But I had my eye on the mark.
Okay.
And I said, I have to get to a place where all these people that did all these things to me, that I can forgive them and just totally let it go.
Right.
And when I got to that intersection of forgiveness and release, that is when I found a peace that surpassed all understanding.
Okay.
And only God can give you that kind of peace.
Okay.
Yes.
That's amazing. That is so amazing. I'm just amazed at your story. I really am. Listen, let me tell everybody, listen, everybody, I have this lady sitting here and she is awesome. This is Lynette Boggs, y'all. Okay. So if you want to ask her anything about what maybe you've seen on TV, you heard on the radio long time ago, or whatever you want to ask her, if you just want to say hello to her, give us a call at 702-650-5588. The phone lines are open, 702-650-5588. 650-5588 for local callers, okay? And anyone calling from anywhere else in the country, in the world, wherever, call 1-800-366-8883. That's 1-800-366-8883, okay? And just talk to us as much as you like. Right now, I have Lynette Boggs here on my show, and I tell you, this is an awesome day right here. This is a great anniversary celebration, and a most beautiful lady here. And I'm telling you, whatever you've heard out there in the world, in Las Vegas, about Miss Lynette Boggs-McDonald, well, yeah, she was Lynette Boggs-McDonald at that time. Lynette Boggs now. Call in right now. You can ask her yourself. Hold on. Here we have a caller. Hold on. Hello, caller. How are you? Oh, wait. Hello, caller. How are you?
Lynette, how are you?
Hi. How are you doing?
State your name and where you calling from.
Well, I'm calling from Las Vegas, and I had to pull over. I was trying to make it home before I called you guys, but y'all got on fire. I had to pull over and shout and praise with y'all. I'm not ready to do that when I'm driving.
What's your name? What's your name?
That's Clinton, Las Vegas, Black Gospel Theater.
Yes.
Well, hello, Miss Marietta, Clinton, Las Vegas, Black Gospel Theater.
Yes, and I just saw your son and your grandchildren. They were at my book signing about an hour ago. I couldn't believe how big those children have grown. It just shocked me. And Yuri, I mean, just that is such a wonderful success story. I am so proud of him and all of his achievements, and just willing to, think outside the box and take risk, and how it has just returned huge dividends. Her son is just one of the, at a young age, he set a goal. He went to law school, became a lawyer, and he said that before the age of 40, he wanted to be a general counsel of a publicly traded company.
Okay.
He wrote it down. Write the vision.
Write the vision, make it plain.
Okay.
That's right.
And he accomplished that before he was 40 years old. He was a publicly traded company. And it was just so crazy that, God brought both of us to Texas. And the last time I saw Yuri, he was a general counsel of a wonderful gaming technology company in Austin, Texas. And then that took him to another thing. And now he's back here in Las Vegas as one of the top, lawyers of one of these major, casino companies.
Well, I tell you what, I know I got enough legal folks around me. If I get in any trouble, I know who to call.
Absolutely.
Indeed. Congratulations, WYLEANER. We're also very proud of you. And Lynette, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're making this such a blessing. I don't want to take up all this time. I know somebody else must be calling, but when you got the praise on, I had to pull over. I was like, I want to make it home to make the call, but I could not make it home. You had it going on. It was hot in there for a moment.
All right. WYLEANER.
And I know you too.
I know.
When you performed for us.
Yes, that was wonderful. Yes.
And WYLEANER has performed for us several times. She didn't tell you she's an actress also.
Oh, yeah, she is. I've heard her. We're going to do, sometime we have to do a duet.
And we will talk again, okay?
Yes.
I'm getting one of those books, I am.
Yes, flygirlbooks.com. Just go to, flygirlbooks.com, and you'll be able to, order, Finding God in Sin City. And I just thank you in advance for your support.
Okay, always. And I'll try to see who else I can get. Maybe I'll buy a couple and make them for gifts. Because I like what you're saying.
Oh, yes.
Wonderful.
Make wonderful gifts. Mother's Day's coming up, and so make a perfect Mother's Day gift.
Sounds good. You guys be blessed, okay?
Thank you so much, Marietta, for calling in. We appreciate it.
Okay, love y'all. Bye.
All right, you too. Hello, caller. How are you?
Hello.
Yes, state your name and where you're calling from.
Janice, and I'm calling from Las Vegas.
All righty, Janice. How are you today?
I'm blessed in the storm, but I know he's in the boat with me.
Yes, he is. I'm a witness.
Okay.
Keep your eyes on him. Now, don't look at the storm. Keep your eyes on him.
So, Janice, what'd you call in to say today?
I want to compliment, it's her name,
Lynette Boggs.
Yes. What she's telling the story is what I'm going through here in Las Vegas now.
Yes.
And I've been threatened. I'm being harassed. And they have told me to get out of town.
So to hear a story such as yours, you know, to know that this thing is still going on in the high places.
Yes.
And to see all the people behind closed doors that are getting paid to just do against the people that fight for righteousness.
Yes.
So I want to try to be able to get you a book.
Yes.
Because I am constantly being harassed.
Well, you know, we wrestle not against, you know, flesh and blood, you know, and I've learned that, you know, spiritual warfare is a real thing. And so we have to be prayed up. We have to be in the Word, and we have to keep our eye on the source. And especially, you know, if we look at the storm, you know, we're going to sink. I mean, that's a proven phenomena. And you know, we know Peter did that, and the same thing will happen to us. But if we keep our eye on Him, we're going to get through the storm. We will get through the fire. We will get through the trials.
And that's what I do, because as the storms come every other day and the threats come, I say, God, I know you in this.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to end up in a straitjacket. You know what I'm saying? It's real. It's very real. And the thing is, you handle it or it'll handle you. And I learned to know God such as yourself, to have a personal relationship and learn Him in Las Vegas.
Okay. Well, thank you, Janice, so much for calling in. We really appreciate it. We got to take a commercial break, okay? And then we
so much.
And then we have another caller on the line as well. So thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Are you listening or watching?
I'm listening, girl.
All righty then. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you next time, okay?
Okay, have a blessed one.
All right, you too.
Okay.
Okay. All right, y'all, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Did you realize that right now, one of every 3 drivers of the road is cruising around in a state of skepticism? Why? Because they're full of questions about how much value their car insurance company is actually bringing to the party. And the way these drivers are getting answers is by shopping and comparing. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Mike Woodford in Las Vegas can help you get to a better state. Now's the time to call State Farm agent Mike Woodford in Las Vegas at 702-463-2400. That's 702-463-2400, and get to a better state with State Farm.
Okay, we have another caller on the line. Let's take this caller and see what's going on here. Hold on. Hello, caller. How are you?
Hello.
Hello, caller. How are you? State your name and where you're calling from.
I'm blessed. This is Mr. Gus. This is Pastor Sales from Las Vegas calling in to say hello to you and hello to my sister Lynette, and welcome her back to the city.
Oh, thank you, Pastor. It's so great to hear from you again.
Yeah, Mom stole my thunder. I don't know if you remember me from the Las Vegas Black Gospel.
I do.
Yeah, I've always was very, very impressed by you, and very proud of the accomplishments that you have made. And I had to call in because you touched on something. I look at confirmations from God, and I had written on my wall, the perfect storm, the circumstances that God puts in your life to put you in the position where He wants you to be.
Yes.
To bless you.
Yes.
So when you said that, I had to call in, and also congratulations to my sister WYLEANER on the wonderful show that she has, because the rubber does meet the road. She's leaving skid marks all over the world. We just thank the Lord for that. But I just wanted to welcome you back to the city. And
thank you.
When you opened up for us at the UNLV thing that we did for the theater, and you sang so tremendously. She didn't sing, she sang it. So she sang that song.
Yeah, I remember great is your mercy towards me.
Wow.
I remember that.
Wow,
that's
a
great time.
You're there with the Las Vegas Queen of Gospel.
Yes.
You couldn't be in a better position.
That's right.
Congratulations to y'all, and just keep up the good work. Definitely going to get the book and support you, and look forward to doing some things with you guys in the future. So God bless you.
Yes, spread the word.
And let other folks come in and give you some praises. So keep up the good work. Keep your head up and know that can't nobody stop what God has done. One last thing. Think about this. When you walk on a sidewalk, you know the concrete hurts us. We fall on concrete and get broke up.
Right.
But how is it that a little old tender blade of grass can break through the concrete?
Come
you
on.
Can't stop what God
Come on.
Y'all y'all better go ahead.
All right.
Thank you, Pastor.
All right, that's awesome.
Thank you so much, Pastor, for
Great
calling in. We
reminder.
appreciate you.
And Sister, Jessica said hello. So she told me better make sure I tell y'all hello. So that's
Aw.
Okay.
God bless y'all. We listening to you and watching.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Good show, WYLEANER. God bless.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Listen, Lynette, I want you to talk to us about this book really, really quick because we're running out of time. We got about.
Yes.
I'm going to give you 2.5 minutes.
All right.
Okay. And it's all yours. I'm not going to say a word. Tell us about your book.
Well, this book I decided to write, and God challenged me to be transparent and to share the things that I learned over that 7-year season of testing that I went through when I basically lost everything. I lost, my marriage, I lost my career, and, I moved back to Texas. And I basically share in this book different lessons that I learned along the way. Everything from the power of the tithe. Even when I had no job, I still would tithe. I would tithe $1 a week sometimes. And at first I did it out of shame, but I learned to be a cheerful giver even when I had little.
Okay.
And as fate would have it, right before I was to start law school, I didn't even have transportation at the time. And I said, God, if you want me to be a lawyer, you're going to have to come through. How is this going to happen that I'm going to get to the campus to be able to go to class? And out of nowhere, one of my younger brothers called me. And this is the brother that is like, you never hear from.
Okay.
And so if all of a sudden Anthony's on the phone, and I write about this in the book, he calls me out of nowhere 48 hours after I gave that prayer to God. And he says, do you need a car for law school? And I said, yes, I need a car for law school. He says, well, you know what? I got one for you, and I'm going to sell it to you for $1. It happened.
$1?
$1. Okay. And that car got me through law school.
All right, then.
But, and so I just, share lessons like that. I share the importance of giving up pride and shame, how that can be a stronghold that keeps us from accomplishing the things that God has in store for us. And so, there's just all types of lessons that I learned, and I just started writing. And after a while, I stopped and I said, well, let me see how many chapters I've written. And I had written 12 chapters. And so I decided to turn it into a book.
So before you know it, you had a book.
Had a whole book. A publisher, Higher Life Publishing out of Florida, was my publisher. And it will be available in bookstores and on Amazon in a month. But you can go to flygirlbooks.com today and order it. And I autograph everything that comes through my personal website.
Okay, well, also, Lynette, your book, I put a link to your book on my website as well, WYLEANERTVShow.com. So right on the front page, her book is located. You click that link and it's going to take you right straight to her website as well. Okay, Lynette, we got to get out of here. I love you, girl. I love you, and I'm so glad that you came. Y'all know what I always tell you, you got to study for yourself. Well, get this book for yourself, okay? All right, and next week we're coming back with LDS, SDA, and IDMR. Who's Joseph Smith? Who's Ellen G. White? And who's here in Clifford County? Back to part 3. Okay, but I love everybody. I love you, Lynette. Thank you so much for coming to be a part of the WYLEANER show. This is the show, and everybody knows this is where the rubber meets the road. We'll see you next week.